Welcome back.
Welcome back. We're absolutely fucking feral. We've had coffee and a monster.
And dinner.
So...
It's John Cena!
Daddy, wish me twirl, Daddy! Anyway.
Oh.
On today's episode, we're also talking something about that... We're also talking about something that riles us up.
Riles
so
me
much.
to my core.
We might implode. We might actually implode between the anger and the amount of caffeine. One of us might shit themselves on the sofa.
It makes my asshole pucker talking about this topic.
Pucker.
I hate that word. I hate that word. Pucker. Ooh. Oh, it fits so perfectly. It fits so perfectly, but also
it's like it clenches. Like,
oh my god. So, the other day, don't ask me why I googled this, but I did. So, do you know what the scientific term for your butt crack is?
I don't want to know.
No, you do.
No, I don't. Mom. Say it.
Intergluteal cleft. Cleft. Intergluteal
I'm gonna
cleft.
see, the intrusive thought right now is that next time I'm getting, like, raw dogged from the back, it's like, smack me in the cleft.
In the cleft. Right in the fucking
That's
cleft.
Anyway, absolute fucking feral.
This is not what we're talking about today, but...
No, we're talking about housing.
And
renting in London. Renting, in general, in this city is vile. The landlords are criminals, and
Criminal side-eye.
Criminal, offensive side-eye.
See? Intergluteal cleft.
I didn't need to see that.
You did.
No, I didn't.
Don't click on the images, just saying.
Well, I can just turn around and look at myself in the mirror, but...
That was a mistake I made.
Oh, no.
Yeah, all sorts came up. Anyway, renting in London. Why you shouldn't do it.
Why you shouldn't do it and why it's too late for us.
A thesis. No.
Honestly. 18,000 words.
So, I have lived in London 17, 18, 19, 20, 21,
16,
22, 23. 7 years. This is my 7th year in London.
Mm-hmm.
Have I ever had a stress-free experience?
No.
I've had smoother experiences. Have they been stress-free? No.
Yeah.
Has there been anybody who I've dealt with who I've been, oh, actually, you're all right?
Have I heard any success stories?
No,
because I maybe am the success story. But
I've survived,
But I still had to fight for this shit.
Mm.
And even then, because, well, mine's a little different, because it's, I think, so it's just the amount of energy that we have is absolutely,
I'm tweaking, like...
Oh, don't do that. Don't Holds it. Sorry, she just, left her can to just go. Anyway, so... Oh my god, that's so pretty.
I think the type of person
we
that
are
I am...
absolutely feral.
Should we start this again?
No. I like the ferality.
Okay, I'm so sorry, listeners.
It's okay.
Okay, right, listeners.
I'm not going to apologise.
Listeners, if you would rather just skip ahead, I'm sure it's much too late for that now. Just skip to probably about 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Just skip.
Because
although I'm telling you...
skip 30 seconds after.
Yeah, I'm telling you to skip, after the fact.
But
anyway, so I've done uni renting, I've done, interesting London. There's not really, quote-unquote, uni renting. You can stay in halls. But
that's it.
But if you want, a flat, you can either spare room it or private rent it. There isn't this thing where it's the uni have this...
off-campus
company, this off-campus thing.
And if they do have it, it's for, hosted homes. So, it's a family home and they still live there. You just so happen to be in a room.
International students and
stuff.
stuff.
Which is what I did.
Yeah.
But I think, for me, it's sort of... I've also been in and out of London for about 7 years because of the pandemic. But I think, first off, my parents are in the real estate and, in the architect world. So they're don't ever see a house... on FaceTime. Never.
Yeah,
never.
no.
I'd rather fly you there so you see it for half an hour.
It's so common.
Because it's so common to just FaceTime. No. My parents would rather kill me and fly me out.
Yeah.
To see the flat for 30 minutes.
Fly your dead body out.
Yes.
And
I'm already dead.
Have the corpse see the body. See the body. Let the corpse see the body.
Yeah. So
Single man.
So,
reveal yourself.
So when I moved here, first off, I was 17, so I couldn't even move into halls.
But as well, actually thinking about that's so scary. Like, moving to a foreign country on its own at 17 is scary. Moving to London at 17 is
by yourself.
like girls, gays and theys. This ain't the 80s. This isn't like, oh, London's cool, London's nice. No.
East London especially. That is...
yeah.
But yeah, so like I stayed with a hosted family, which she was great. We still talk to this day. She makes me Jamaican patties and all of their kids.
That's so nice though.
Yeah,
that's a nice opening experience.
Yeah,
like
yeah, for sure. But I think it was quite isolating because by the time I actually moved into halls in like November, everyone had their friends.
Yeah,
and it was like, oh no, and like we had met, but we hadn't had our own like.
We weren't like as close.
We weren't as close
because it was like 2 months into the year.
So yeah, and then I sort of. The first year was quite hard to like sort of gauge because we were all in halls. We were all first years. We didn't have all the friends, but I think once you guys started moving out of halls and I was seeing your experience, you weren't paying half as much as I was because university halls are so expensive.
No, we were paying so
second year.
Yeah.
How much did you pay? Second year, you had a bigger room.
There was 2 issues with second year. So second year, we moved out from halls in our second year, me and 2 other girls, and we were just desperate to find somewhere because basically it was the summer holidays and we were all kind of like, us 3 girls had decided to live together, but the 2 other girls who I was living with were in Devon. So, and I at the time lived in Essex, so we were like, okay, we'll go see it. And then we were looking on spare room, private renting was so expensive. So second year, we just found this place on spare room. We were like, fine, we'll take it. Little did we know.
The horror.
So literally, me and my mum, we went down to London, really short trip, viewed the place, but literally the quote unquote, shall I say, landlord was literally like, oh, if you want it, you've got to have it now. And we're like,
held at gunpoint for this flat.
No, for real.
But that's the thing. Like, the market in London is so fast.
So literally, it was outrageous. So we viewed the flat. We were like, yeah, we'll have it. He was like, oh, if you want it, you've got to pay up now. We were like, sorry.
But that's the thing, it's your first time moving out of London, so you really
But literally as well, I don't understand it, like, I was with my mum, and even she was like, she literally left to go get cash. Oh yeah, fucking cash. Cash deposit. Yeah, baby. Yes. Fucking cash deposit.
Oh my god, yeah.
She went to a fucking cash machine, but also as well, you can only get £250 in cash out at a time. So she was just chucking in credit cards just to get this fucking flat.
What was it? Like,
I think it was $250 each or something like that, or $150 each. But yeah, the landlord wouldn't let us leave, but also as well, it was he wouldn't let us leave if we wanted it. He wouldn't let us go away. He was like, you want it, you have it now, you pay for it. And my mum was like, what do we do? Because we only had a couple of weeks, because also as well, the timing of it
is horrible.
Because so basically I think it was like either in July or August, so the market was absolutely crazy because people are moving for jobs, people are moving for school, unis, parents trying to get their kids into school. So my mum was like, okay, it's a nice flat. The quote-unquote landlord.
And it was nearby.
Yeah, it was near campus. Well. So she was like, okay, let's just do it. So she literally ran to a cash point and then handed in this huge...
It's not any cash point. It's a cash point in East
London, and she's walking
custom house shit.
She's walking back to this fucking flat with like a wad of cash, and she's like, I'm gonna get robbed. I'm gonna get fucking robbed. Like, what the fuck? And then we had it done, dusted, signed, and then the other flatmates just paid my mum back. But that was terrifying.
Yeah, and that's just not even like the start
of that experience.
Of that whole experience. Yeah,
illegal subletting, couldn't have people round.
It was £5 if anyone ever stayed over.
So literally, if ever we had like a friend over, we'd have to wait in the pub. Oh yeah, he used to collect the rent weekly in cash.
Sus.
Yeah, sus as fuck. And lots of my pants went missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm almost certain he used to steal my pants.
Oh, for sure.
Like, he was like, looking back on that now,
that is vile.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
And like, we had friends over, and basically the neighbours complained to him. I don't know why, because he was not the landlord. He was the landlord's friend that just collected our rent, which we found out in the end. So the neighbours obviously complained, which is their right to, you know.
Yeah,
fair enough.
we're loud. We are a bunch.
We were being loud, whatever. And he basically said, okay, you are not allowed friends over for 3 months. And I'm like, how are you going to police that? But we were just like, this is such a sus thing. Like, let's just get the fuck out. So we just ended up back in halls in second year. And my mum...
Fun fact, she actually wasn't supposed to come back. She was
kicked
out.
I was kicked out of halls. But like, then my mum put a complaint into HMRC and said he was illegal subletting.
Fair.
Which he was. So
go on. Hope he got caught.
Yeah, I hope he did get caught. We never found out. But so HMRC said, if there's enough evidence to prosecute, we won't need to contact you. If we need evidence from you, then we'll come to you. So he probably got prosecuted, and we didn't know.
You should go back.
Like, third year was lovely. Third year was fine. We had this amazing flat.
Oh yeah.
We were like,
oh,
I can't remember.
It was cute. I remember the window was like broken though. So
yeah, we broke
every single time I stayed over.
we broke the window. Huge living room, 3 bedrooms, really nice.
Fine.
Like, that was fine. It was
that hallway was scary. Though, at 3 or 4 in the morning during witching hour.
Oh yeah.
That hallway.
So basically, the flat was an old post office, as I believe.
Was it?
I think so. Yeah. So it was an old sort of building, different function, and basically we lived there, loved it, never saw the landlord, it was fine, broke the window, but you know, these things happen.
It was just the 3 of you, because in the old apartment you had that weird
guy
that
weird guy saw. Oh yeah.
So then this flat, it was we
just,
felt like we could actually like
it was expensive though, so
how much was it?
Well, sorry, it was expensive, quote unquote,
like
cheap
for that.
So actually, realistically, it was expensive, but for us it was cheap. So for me, it was $675 a month plus bills.
Which is, wow.
Like, actually looking on it now, so fucking cheap.
Yeah. Because I remember that's the thing. I think because you guys split the rent between, like, 3, and you split it based on your room.
Yeah, exactly.
It was, like, maybe the other girls with, like, the small room.
Yeah, I don't know how much they were paying.
But I remember, like, even in, like, I was hearing, obviously, I hated the horror stories that I was hearing, but at the same time, like, I was paying close to £1,000 a month.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was getting not horror stories for the same way, but like
post that when me and just one girl were trying to find somewhere to live. So post that lovely 3-bedroom flat.
Yeah.
Like, we were looking.
The expectations were like.
We were looking in June, and we only just found somewhere 4 days before we were due to be kicked the fuck out.
But that's the London market, though.
My god!
Like, can't. Not that you can't sign a lease, but it's not fair for you to pay rent on 2 places.
But there was a horror story. I personally remember. So same thing again.
Is this in the place that you're now?
No. So the girl I was living with, due to live with, again, same thing. She lived really, really far away. So I was like, look, send me places. I'll call. You call. We'll arrange a viewing. Just give them my name. I remember, going with my mum, because I was young. I was like 18, 19. Literally. I remember going, we had 3 viewings lined up. 3.
And the amount of times they cancel as well.
No, girl. So 1 cancelled when we were on the way to it.
Which is vile.
So we literally were like, right, okay, turn back around and go to the next one. Went to the next one. We were showed a place that didn't exist. So we called up about this flat. They said, oh, I'm really sorry, it's already let. Here's another one. Would you like to view that? Oh my god, absolutely, 100%. Let me fucking see this flat. We were showed the one that was already let. And do you know what the fucking letting agent said? She said, oh, I just think he's decorated. I go, bitch, there is a window where there wasn't a window on the fucking photos.
Picture. Like, we're not dumb.
Like, are you fucking sure? You're showing me the flat that you told me was already let. Yeah. And it was the dead of summer. It was July. So we were sweltering. Me and my mum literally went to a bar and just cried. Because we'd come all this way. Well, not all this way, bear in mind. But it's travel, it's money.
It's travel, it's money. Like, you are close to London, but if you really think about it, it's like an hour and a half on train.
Yeah, but...
Plus, like, the 15-20 minutes to your actual house.
Yeah, and then obviously all the travelling on
top
within to the London. Viewings. Yeah. One had already cancelled on us.
Yeah.
And then the next one, literally the same thing, said, oh yeah, I'm really sorry, it's
gone.
And
that's the thing, like, the level of respect, like, I'm not saying...
Let everybody view it first.
Let everybody view it, but also, like, have the audacity to cancel at least 3 hours ahead.
Yeah, literally.
Because I cannot be... I've had horror stories where, like, they've shown up and the letting agent's not there.
Yeah.
And then they're like, hello, I thought we had I thought we had a meeting at 11. It's like, oh, sorry, it's cancelled.
It's gone. It's
and
gone.
that's the thing. That's what... Sorry. That's the thing. I was like... I was hearing all these things and I was like, listen...
Like...
I'm just going to stay here.
Like, 4 days before we were due to be kicked out. 4 days.
What? Like, that level of stress. I think
4
it's
days.
just... If I wasn't paying it on stress, I was paying it on money. Because that's the thing.
Yeah.
After... Because I moved back home for, like, right before the pandemic. Because it was supposed to be, like, a gap year to save money. And it turned out to be, like, half of my life. Anyway. And I was thinking, it's like, do I want to go back to London in 2021 and go through that without seeing it? No. So I just literally went into
You have to view it, though. You have to view it. Like, I've viewed places before, and bits have been falling off the wall.
Yeah, oh my God.
There's all sorts of damage that obviously previous tenants, whatever, wear and tear. But they show you the photos of, obviously, when it's just been done up.
Brand new.
Exactly. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like... And also, as well, so I'm looking at this, like, dog shit house, like, fucking crack den, and it's on the market for 1,400
per person.
And I'm like,
are you serious?
Are you fucking pulling me off?
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
It's ridiculous.
And as well, like, obviously prices have just gone up and up and up and up. Like, when me and my friend...
I was paying £1,000 a month for, like, my tiny little flat.
It's just outrageous. Like,
in halls, like, it's not even...
It's not even a flat.
It's not even a proper flat with my own sofa, my own TV, my own bathroom. Like, I had to...
Share a kitchen, share a bathroom. Like, girl, no.
What is that? And, like, that's what I knew. So, obviously, moving out into my own flat now that I've, like, lived here and I know the market and I have my friends and I've, like, made... I can go see places without, like, spending £700 on...
Like, the minute you step... Like, in London, the minute you step out your door, you've spent £100.
Yeah.
Easy.
Honestly. Like, it's so expensive. So I think I've been quite lucky, but I've paid for it financially. The stress that I have gone through is £1,000 a month for a tiny little...
box
like,
room, box room.
Like, you went to my... Yeah. Like, this is... My bed was as big as this sofa.
It's like you're giving money away for, like, a quality of living. Like, when me...
And that's, I think, also for safety as well. Like, if something, like, let's say I was going to get kicked out and I didn't find a flat in 3 days, I can't move home and commute for a week or two.
Yeah.
I would, like, my mum and dad are an 8-hour flight away, and I can't afford to, be homeless.
Terrifying.
Which is why I was like, do I pay £1,000? And, like, usually Halls is quite good with, like, oh, my loan hasn't come in, I'll pay back.
Yeah.
I'll pay rent. And they're like, oh, that's fine, just prove, like, send us a letter that it's coming, and, like, you'll be fine. Because... I think I was most scared about the stress of being homeless with, like, the 2 suitcases where I have packed my whole life in and having to beg for a roof. Like, I can't. I couldn't. I was like, I'm already so scared of, like, going through life by myself here. I'm like
that shitty box flat that me and my friend lived in during our first year of work. Sanctuary. Shitty box room. We had a staff room sofa. Our TV was on a chest of drawers that I put my clothes in. Like,
whereabouts was it? Because I think
it was in between Stratford and Leighton. I think you did come, like, oh no, maybe not. But, like,
because you were still in
staff room sofa, kitchenette. Shall I say kitchenette? It was a unit, and that was our kitchen. Also in our living room. Like, my flatmate didn't have storage. She just had a bed in her room because it was that tiny. Like. Just sanctuary. I was like, we will it's a roof, everything works, it's relatively functional, nice, whatever.
And it's a good area as well.
I do not give a fuck. I just give it to me.
Yeah.
Like, we were so desperate, because, like, yes, okay, I could have gone home to, like, live with my parents for a bit, but they would have to drive me to and from the station.
Yeah.
And their hours don't work with my hours. Like, my dad was working in London, but I'd have to wait around for him because I was working...
Like, you'd have to get up at 6 to get...
Oh, probably even earlier. Like, I was working in a pupil referral unit, so they finish at 4:30, 5. My dad doesn't finish till 6. Yeah, so I'd be waiting around for him, and he wouldn't be in every day. Like, just...
Yeah, it's just a faff. Really.
And, like, now, you wouldn't get a 2-bed flat in London for 1,250. I don't care.
Absolutely not.
I don't care
You
how.
couldn't get it 3 years ago. Like, I remember my friend...
You couldn't get a crack den for that much now.
No. But I remember my friend... Remember, like, in... What's it called? Like, by London City Airport, they have all these buildings coming up.
Yeah.
1 bedroom was 1,600.
Yeah, that's how much. So I've just signed a lease to move in with my partner.
But this was 2018.
Yeah,
So imagine
that's how much
expensive.
we're paying now.
But the thing is that fucked
Completely
him up,
unfurnished.
which is fine. Well, it's not fine. But I think when you really split it, if you have a partner, it's like, what, 800 quid each?
It's actually more
It's quite-
expensive to live with your partner than it would be to live with, like, other flatmates.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, it's completely
Sharing
unfurnished.
costs. But this man's girlfriend broke up with him mid-lease. And she just fucked off. So he was working to...
Don't tell me this. I'm
he-
terrified.
No, I mean, you have a house here. But, like, you know, like, he had to pay...
You have to pay to use your break clause, don't you?
Yeah, you have to pay. But also, like, it wasn't... I think his was, like, you can only break your clause within the first 3 months. And they had gone through it. So then he had to, like...
Maybe.
I don't even know. But he just basically had to quit university, put a leave of absence, work 3 jobs to, like... barely make it because he comes from a working class family, so it's not like he can.
But
like,
even if you don't, even if you
no,
don't,
even if you don't, it's not like-
1,600 is fucking.
and it would be fine if you had a
outrageous.
partner, but it's not like,
Barely.
but it's
You'd,
not.
you'd have to like.
Yeah, but this was Spanish, so he really had to pay was like council tax and like.
Yeah.
But it's like if you have a partner, it's 800, 900.
But you still have to be earning a certain amount to even afford that. Like girlies, gays, and theys.
Yeah. Your
If
rent
you're-
should be a third of your income.
What is that standard? Like it
Should be.
That's impossible.
That should be.
It's not a thing in London.
No thing. And in New York, because my sister went to New York, and I think it was very shocking for us because my dad grew up in New York, and obviously, you know, he like his mum paid what $50.
Yeah.
A
To
month
live in
for rent.
to live in Queens, like fuck.
And like my sister moved. My sister moved to be fair, my sister's a high maintenance bitch. Love her.
So she had to live in.
but
Brooklyn.
it had to.
She
be,
had to live in Brooklyn.
No, Manhattan. By the Met. Yeah, she lived on 82nd Street and 5th.
Uni student.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway.
please.
No, but it was a good flat. It was one of the things where it's like it's a good location, funky little flat. Like to get
Spirally staircases.
No, it's like it was across the flat, so to get to the kitchen, her flatmate would have to go through
Her room.
not her room, but like an office. Like it's
What,
a
like
room.
just a functioning office, or like
It was
the
a
flats?
room, and they just made it an office because like
Oh.
I'm not gonna let you come through. But it was like that is genuinely.
So
a
it wasn't
room.
like rented out for a company. It was just an office.
No, it was just like it's a house,
Yeah.
but it's on the long way. So in order to get to the kitchen, you'd have to go through every single room.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So if you wanted to go to the bathroom by the kitchen, my sister was like literally all good.
The other end,
But the other end had to like
walk
half a mile to get to the kitchen, and so they got the lease and stuff, and it was like, oh, it is recommended that your income is 40 times your rent.
Yeah.
40 times. I was like, you're joking. She was like, no.
No, that's probably pretty standard here as well. Like,
Which it makes sense, but that's what, like,
but it's just outrageous.
it's like, what is that?
Like when we were looking, we were just seeing these fucking
Ridiculous numbers.
because also as well, like me and my partner, we've been together for 2 years as well. We both work really fucking hard. We're young
Yeah.
professionals. We deserve we don't need to live like students anymore.
No.
We don't need to. Well, you know, in London you probably might have to, depending on what wage you're on.
Yeah,
but we
so
shouldn't
that's
fucking
16.
have to. That's the point.
Yeah.
This is us building our life together. Yeah.
Yeah.
The flats that I was seeing for, like I said, 1,400, dog shit.
Yeah.
Just absolute
And
dog
I'm not
shit.
expecting luxury, but
I'm not
fuck,
expecting
some
luxury,
quality,
but honey,
some respect.
Honey, do not give me oak furnishings from the 60s, taffeta curtains, fucking carpeted bathrooms.
And-
Are you fucking joking?
And have the audacity to call it luxury.
Oh, and the audacity, not near a station, not near anything, and the audacity to fucking charge like
Ridiculous.
that amount. Like,
Yeah.
just like people who are from like the north and hear what we pay for rent just
Yeah.
wince. Just wince. Like, you can live in a palace in like Manchester for that much. Like, and we just paid the deposit. Just ballpark figure it. Just guess. This is for both of us, by the way.
Yeah, both. So combined,
Yeah,
Obviously, it's like 3 months worth of rent, which is about like what, £6,000 on deposit.
Okay, no less than that.
Okay,
But
4,000.
Three
for a deposit.
But we just have to cough that up. Just literally go. Boop.
Let me just go to the toilet. Okay.
Yeah, like just a little.
Do you accept checks?
Just here's my deposit. Are you? There you go.
3,000.
I had to I was on the phone to my mum every day, just being like,
Mom, can you give me money?
so we had to do the holding deposit to take it off the market while they do their checks, which again, I do not understand.
You can't do.
Why do I have to give you money for you to potentially turn around and say I'm not giving it to you?
Yeah. It's a mafia.
So I was like, Mum, please can I have the holding deposit? Yeah, okay, cool, checks have all gone through, please can you pay the deposit? The actual deposit. Mum, please can I just have my fucking inheritance to pay this deposit?
Might as well.
Thanks.
Can you deposit your will money?
And as well, it's not...
Even though you're not dead?
As well, it's not free. She's literally just, she's not oh, I'll just give it to you.
We have to pay this back to our parents.
Because it's so much money, she's like, I'm, give it back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, the deposit they're just holding on to until I move out, so can I leave that one? And they're like, yeah, but it's first month's rent as well, so I have to now pay instead of saving my first month's rent, which is, alright, I have to then give that to my mum. Which is fair, it's a lot of money, it's her money, she's really helping me out, because otherwise I would not have got that flat. I would have actually had to take a loan out, I wouldn't have been able to afford it. Because so the deposit was more than, oh no it wasn't, that's a lie, but...
It's £3,000.
Not so for both of us. So for me, it was 1,583.
It's still disgusting.
Which is almost as much as my monthly payment.
What?
And
And how do we fix this though? That's my question.
But
I'm
you know
so
what
scared.
it is? Half of the problem as well is just these stupid fucking bidding wars. So one of the flats that we saw was beautiful, really nicely finished. No furnishing though. Again. So it was on for what, literally the high. I swear to God, the more you're paying in rent, the less furnishing there is, which is just bonkers. So the flat was on for 1,500. Do you want to know the winning bid?
I think you told me this. It was 1,750 cash.
6 months
up
rent.
front.
Yeah, £10,000 up front. So my partner said something quite interesting, which I think is probably true. So, say for example the couple that won it, they're looking to buy but they're not quite there yet, so they're saying, okay, let's rent for another year, but they've saved up already this massive deposit for a house which we won't even get into which we won't even fucking get into fucking buying.
That's fucking scary.
I mean we will, but we will
get there.
So they'd saved up this huge deposit for buying, so what they're doing is going, okay, yoink, £10,000, here you go, Mr. Landlord. And then the months that they're not paying, so the 6 months, they're just popping the rent back into that little pot.
That makes sense.
Which is smart.
It's very smart.
If you've got the money for it. So,
but how old is this couple? That's
exactly.
The thing. Are they 24 like us? Or?
But as well, they've already offered to pay £250 over the asking price. So why would you not just say, we'll pay what you're asking, so the 1,500 a month. A month, girls, gays, and those. Yeah, a month. We'll just pay what you're asking a month, but we'll give you 6 months rent up front. That surely makes you very attractive.
Yeah. Cash as well.
Just, how do you compete with that when you're just two young professionals?
Yeah. It's sort of almost discouraging. I love London and I do want to have a life here, but fuck, will I ever have my own flat without
no,
at this point it's not even buying, I think that's out the window unless I marry a sugar daddy and I get it and he dies and I get the money even if I want to move outside of London
but to be fair, buying at the moment is not too bad. It's not
but
too
I
bad.
can't buy at the moment.
But also as well, if you're
I cannot pull up a house deposit right now.
But so you can't pull up a house deposit, but also you would never get a mortgage. As a single person, you would never, ever, ever get a mortgage. Which to me
is so bad.
Absolutely fries my fucking brain.
Yeah.
Because basically, look at
do I have to be married to get a mortgage?
No, but also as well, You go to the mortgage cunts, that's what they're called, mortgage cunts. You go to the mortgage cunts and say, oh, okay, so I've lived in London for 7 years, I've always paid my rent on time, you know, my credit card bills are fine, my credit score's great, I'm a single person. I'm paying triple what this house mortgage would be in rent to a landlord on time,
Yeah.
No, you can't. No, you're a liability. No fucking way.
Can't afford it.
No, single person with your mortgage being less than rental payments. Absolutely not. Would I give you a mortgage? No.
Honestly,
You've paid your rental payments on time, and it's triple. And it's triple what the mortgage would be on this property. No, sorry, sorry, poor person. Please leave. Please get out.
It's beyond me. It's just I'm in disbelief. Like I know so much about it because. I think I mentioned it. Was it this one? I don't even know. But as I said, I think my parents are in the real estate.
Yeah.
In a different country. But it's...
What do they say about the fucking state of our real estate here?
Well, Florida has become the third or fourth most expensive state. So it's sort of like
what?
Similar. It's
Florida.
Similar. Miami is so expensive. Sort of Miami and Texas is sort of like what you're paying in Miami for a little flat like this. You can get in Texas for 6 bedrooms. Like
literally,
it's a very similar situation where it's like, why is it so expensive?
And everybody in America, you get paid more as well.
And you get paid more. So like, I think,
for your job.
I think,
like as well, that baffles me because Florida, girls, gays, and theys. Just type in on Google, just if you ever want a laugh, if you're ever
Florida man, your birthday.
If you're ever in a depressive spiral, just type in Florida man and let Google do the rest.
Yeah.
And it's the third most expensive state. Fuck off. Fuck off.
But you know why? I think it's because of after the pandemic, because it was quite like what's this? Because it was Republican. It still is a Republican state.
Again. Why?
Anyway, because it's a Republican state, we didn't really have COVID laws. So all these Democratic like states.
Can you free carry in Florida?
Not yet.
But you can carry.
Yeah.
I don't want to step up. Okay, right. So fine. I'm paying for my nice flat. I step outside my door. I'm shot. I'm shot by a fucking.
Agringo.
I'm not even that. I'm shot by a MAGA cunt. Yeah. Okay, cool. What's my house like now?
Yeah.
Third most expensive state.
A lot of because it's a house like they saw demand, so they were like, oh, let's raise the money. So a lot of the
don't
people...
get me wrong, Miami is nice.
Yeah, but fuck.
Yeah, no. No.
You couldn't pay me...
No.
Like, I think...
I'd sit by the marina and I'd never leave.
You can afford
because if somebody's going to shoot me, I can jump into the water.
You couldn't afford that.
No, I'm not live there, just sit there.
Just sit there.
Just sit there and wait for a rich man with a yacht to come and say, honestly, are you okay? No.
No, I need a sugar daddy. No, but, like, I think because of the COVID... everyone was coming into Florida to, live. Yeah. A lot of people from New York, a lot of people from California came over.
What, because they had strict rules?
They have strict rules and also it was becoming really expensive. But that just made Miami even more expensive.
Well, that's the same with here, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's just like we're raising prices for houses. Like my mum did not have any material to sell. Like there was no houses. The prices were still going up.
It's like London.
And like, how do we solve this? Like,
do you want to know a scary statistic?
No.
Are you sure?
Go ahead.
50% of London homes are empty.
Yes. I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Yet we can't afford to
council housing as well.
Because basically what they're doing is knocking down all this affordable housing, putting up super mega flats, and then overseas people are using them as bargaining chips to store their money or house their children.
Yeah.
Like,
but I'm seeing it with Stratford. Like when we got to Stratford, like the Olympic
oh my
Park,
God, what was
Westfield,
it called? No, there was that fucking super mega skyrise right by the station. What was it called? Next to the Moxie Hotel.
Yeah, that new big fuck off one.
Yeah.
That was the first one.
But every time you'd go past there, you'd only see a couple of lights on at night.
Yeah.
Every time you'd go past, you'd only see like a couple of lights on.
I don't know if you've like...
Something tower.
I don't know.
It's going to bug me.
Some sort of towers, but there's an influencer that lives there.
Anyway. KSI used to live there. Like right at the top.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. No, I know. No, well, he used to... Anyway, whatever. When we got there, it was like, yeah, we had that one building and like they started building and I think because we got there after the Olympics, we did see some gentrification, but we did really, like, I think you could very easily tell, like, once you were out of the view from the station, it was still like Stratford. It was still like
absolutely.
The old beloved Stratford.
You go past
the Morrisons.
You go past the Olympic Village. You go to fucking Chobham Road. Yes, people out there, Chobham Road.
Chobham.
And it's old Stratford.
Yeah,
it's
but then now I literally was on the DLR on my way to Stratford, and it was like, what the fuck are all these buildings?
But those buildings, do you know what's the craziest thing? Those buildings, you try and search them here, and it will come up with like the we are rich cunt towers, and it will just come up with their website. You will never ever 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 see a flat in that building advertised to
the regular people.
Not even the regular people, like UK people.
No,
you'll see them advertised in Dubai and Hong Kong and like Tokyo.
Which is so wild
They'll
to me.
only be advertised because it's just where rich people store their money.
Yeah, because I was talking to a friend who was like, oh, these rich Dubai people. I was like, oh, my dad bought a flat in London. I was like, oh, this man's going to be West London thing. Like Kensington.
No.
Old money. I was like, he's like, oh, some place called Stratford.
Yeah.
What? Stratford was the, like, Hackney Marshes and, like, the beginning of grime, and up until 20 years ago, there was nothing but, like, gravel.
It's hilarious. So I used to live in Hackney. When I said to my dad, "Oh, I'm moving to Hackney," he was literally like, "Oh my god, Like my dad's from the north as well. Like he's not from London. He's from the north, and even though he went, "Oh my god, what the fuck, Hackney?" And I was like, "Oh my god, Dad, no, it's not like that anymore." And he was like people used to call it Crackney. Like, yeah. He was like, it used to be so rough. And when he dropped me off with my mum, he was like,
what the fuck?
What the hell is going on? And it's like somebody mincing down the road, going, oh my god, have you tasted the matcha latte from Palm Deli?
I think it's quite funny now to see, like, how these old neighbourhoods are quite, like, gentrified, because we have, I'm in Bow. This has always been, just putting my, anyway.
You don't know who we are.
Anyway, so this neighborhood has always been, like, very South Asian, Muslim, working class.
Yeah.
So you see that Monday to Saturday, people in hijabs, like, women, just very Muslim community. Now, Sundays, we get the Brooklyn vibes of white people walking their dogs and their children.
Gross.
From 10 to 5. 10 to 4. 4:01, there's not a single white person outside.
Yeah, literally.
And I was like...
But even in Bow, there's all these new buildings going up and stuff. I feel like Bow is very residential.
Bow is very residential. Like, the building across with the hot neighbour is quite new. But even then, like, a lot of the buildings are still very much... old dirt. I think because also this is we're by Bow Church, and it's quite like protected area. Yeah. Like you cannot, and we're in between the river, the motorway.
Yeah.
And
exactly. Yeah.
Everything, like we cannot build anymore.
Yeah, literally.
So there's not a lot of construction, but like if you cross the motorway to Stratford, it's an ever-ending
I would say like Stratford. Hackney even actually.
Hackney's coming up.
Walthamstow as well. Like,
oh my god, Walthamstow. I remember when I said Wanstead Flats, and people know what Wanstead Flats are, is like,
yeah.
Oh god, Wanstead Flats.
But people go to have children now in Wanstead.
Yeah.
No, like Walthamstow. Walthamstow. Currently at the moment, I've seen like 5 new builds going up. You know, with the wrapping on them, and the wrapping and the cranes and shit. 5. So there's like loads by like Walthamstow Central, and then there's ones by like near Black Horse Road. Oh my god, Black Horse Road now. Even that used to be just gravel, and now
even
there's
Finsbury Park,
and now there's all these huge new buildings.
Even like places that when we got here, not even 10 years ago, was like, oh my god, Finsbury Park.
Yeah, like Finsbury Park, like fucking Finsbury Jesus, Park. Stabby.
Yeah, now it's like,
Finsbury Park.
I'm in Finsbury Park.
Oh, I love that. That's the big park there, did you know? Yeah. No, but like...
Brixton's another one.
Oh my god, yeah.
What the fuck?
Brixton, do you know why I love Brixton? Because it's still got some old flavour. Like, you walk out... Like, you could live in the nicest fucking flat in Brixton.
Same as Elephant and Castle.
And you walk out of that fucking station, and there's some man playing the bongos. There's a woman with her trolley that thinks it's a pushchair, and she's singing like, "Give me oil in my lamp, keep me burning." And then some poor homeless man that just wants to get a bite to eat. And
Still
then
has the Brixton violence, but...
And then, like, 3 yuppie cunts talking about, "Yeah, did you go to Infinity? Yeah. Hugo. Horatio, did you see the line outside Infinity? No, I can't believe it." Melting pot. Brixton still got a big character.
I haven't been as often as
Although Brixton is southwest, and I will never... We've made this pact.
We've spoken of but I think Brixton's still fine because it's on the Victoria line.
Because southwest, even if you are in central London, southwest is the furthest fucking place from London. It's practically fucking Surrey.
Yeah, might as well.
Fuck off. Clapham, Surrey, same thing. Not
Wandsworth.
Yeah, literally, like, it's just so far. It's so far away from everything.
Which is why I think Elephant and Castle is like the sweet spot. And that's something, because I go get my coffee in Elephant and Castle, because that's the like Latin neighbourhood here in London. And so I remember there was like, we thought about this. There was a market, and like, the food was delicious, everything.
Amazing.
And
there was a Colombian restaurant that's now gone.
Yeah, there was a whole Colombian restaurant that on Thursdays, Fridays and Saturdays at like 11 p.m. it turned into a club. And we never actually went, but the food was so good. And then, like,
God,
we recently went for coffee again, and it was gone. And they're like building something, and I'm like, oh my goodness, no.
Yeah, no.
Not my Elephant and Castle.
You can't have Colombian restaurants in our gentrified area. How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Beyond me.
But literally, like,
where's it gonna go?
So, like, my flat was like, so it's a 3-bedroom house. Yeah, maisonette kind of flat thing. Nice. It's a nice flat, to be fair.
The current one.
Yeah.
It's very lovely.
But when my one of my flatmates moved out, we put the ad on spare room. Guess how many like inquiries I got on day one?
Like 100.
Yeah, literally 100 messages. Yeah. Not even exaggerating. Not even going, "Oh my god, yeah, 100." No, I'm telling you, 100 messages on the first day. I had to close the ad. Just while I sifted through it.
Yeah.
I've never felt so popular in my life. But like, interestingly, one of the girls who actually I do live with now, she was saying that she lived in Bow. She was saying that she lived in Bow, and her landlord. So she said she was paying. I think she said she was paying $650.
Yeah.
Guess how much her landlord put up the rent?
Like £400.
£900.
Shut up.
Yeah, £900. So she was like, "I can't afford that. I have to go. I have to leave." And like, this place obviously is near where I work. Like, it fits perfectly.
And it's well connected as well.
For you, so like, bang smack in the middle of Hackney.
That's something else. Like TFL fares. Why is it almost £10 a day?
Oh, don't.
Why is it
fucking
8.8?
Like I told you, you step outside your house and you've spent £100.
It's just the cost of living. Like I remember,
like, cause he lives.
It's like I remember I was talking about it earlier today, because when I was in uni, I could get 2 weeks worth of food at Asda for 30 quid.
Yeah. Same.
Why is it like
80,
45 for 1 week of mediocre basic meals?
Why is it 45 just when you go to Tesco's because you need a few things?
It's not even like going to Tesco, mind you. This is like the high street local market that the family next door owns. Like, it's not. I'm not going to Waitrose.
That's what I'm saying.
It is the high street.
So
with local produce.
So I call them everything shops because they're like off licenses, but with the fresh fruit and stuff outside.
And some things,
I love those places because they'll have really weird snacks that you've never heard of.
Yeah, and you're international as well.
Yeah, they'll have ruffles.
We'll have a Sunday in the park, and we'll walk through Roman Road.
Anyway, everything shops, love them. Do you know what? I would so much rather give my money to them.
Yeah.
Buy fresh fruit, buy fresh veg.
Yeah.
Butchered meat as well. If you go to a good one, they'll have a butcher.
Halal,
yeah, exactly. I'll go there. I'd so much rather go there and get my fresh produce there than fucking pay more, same or more, to Asda, Morrison's, whatever.
I'm taking to my mom, I'm depending on what I need, I go different places. So if I know that I can't get it at the... chances are I get 90% of my food at that place.
Yeah.
And then there's a Tesco down the road, and it's like, oh, maybe, like, the specific milk that I need.
Yeah, like, whatever.
And it'll still cost me £1.
But, like,
something.
I'd so much rather, like say, give to that... Oh, my God, I'm going to sound so wanky right now, but that small business that's, like, struggling to stay... Small businesses, don't see what's wrong. Give my money to small businesses in Clapham.
Oh my God, yeah, Clapham's another...
I don't know. I've already said it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It gives me PTSD. But, like, I'd so much rather give my money to them for fresh produce than to fucking... Because, like you say...
And a great playlist, because my local everything shop is playing, like, Bad Bunny and, like...
Oh my God, yeah.
They're great.
My local everything shop has every single type of vodka you could ever imagine.
Yeah.
I saw peach Smirnoff in there. And
Oh
I went to the man. What's his name?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Is this the one you took me to? Or is this the...
Maybe. Anyway, the man behind the counter, he's really nice. If you're listening to this, I'm so sorry I can't remember your name. I think he's Turkish. Anyway. I said, "Ooh, peach vodka. Isn't that just peach schnapps?" He goes, "No, it is vodka." I was like, no. "Ooh, sorry." But I was like, it's peach vodka's just peach schnapps. Like, come on now.
No, it's...
Like, no.
Damn.
But, like, the importance, complete segue, sorry girls, gays and those, the importance of being near a tube. Vital.
Near what?
Near a tube.
Oh my God.
Like, vital. I live in London. I'm not going to be walking half an hour to my nearest tube stop. Or getting a bus to then get a tube.
Yeah.
Like, do fuck off.
But train, mate, even just the 10-minute walk out the... Like,
I'm an old woman now.
It's not even that. Like, it's just... It's old. Because I walked for a week straight around Europe.
Yeah.
On trains. Walking 20 kilometers with a whole backpack in my life for 8 days into my back. Why was I dreading the 10-minute? I was like, I actually cannot believe I walked so much, and I'm dreading the 10-minute walk.
Literally.
from my station.
But it's the wildest thing. Like, you could be in fucking deepest, darkest Gospel Oak, Forest Hill, Peckham. And if you're near a tube stop or an overground or something that goes click-clack, like, you are going to be paying triple the fucking price. It doesn't matter if you're in zone 6 and your closest station is fucking Maidstone. You're going to be paying triple the price.
Yeah,
which is just,
even with a rail card. Which
is just bonkers. Like, to be close to a station.
Yeah.
But I'm just too old to be walking. Like, why am I going to walk? Because as well, like, the further away you live... It's not even
walking, it's just, like, commute. Like, why am I spending 3 hours commuting a day to sit for 8?
Like, the further away you live, like, in terms of from a station, the earlier you're going to have to get up.
And
no. I don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that.
Why should I have to?
No.
Like, oh my God, so my... old job was, I'm not going to say exactly where it is because, you know, privacy, but who the fuck is going to be listening to this who I used to work with?
Except for, like, the 19 people who support us and love us. Thanks.
Woo! Thanks, guys! No, where was it? So it was SE28, basically. SE28, Plumstead, just outside of Woolwich.
Oh my God.
Yeah, baby, yeah. So I would spend 4 hours of my life
of my day
traveling
a
day, and it was Monday to Friday, like really early in the morning. Like you, again, I'm not gonna say exactly what it was, but you had to be in at 8 a.m. and you left at 5. Like literally, I would be up at the butt crack of dawn.
Yeah,
like,
and you go to bed late.
Yeah, exactly. And then how on earth do you have time for anything else?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm also paying super loads of money on my rent.
And on travel as well.
And on my travel. Like, and I was like, oh, do I move closer? But, like, as well, I would never say move closer, like, to your job.
Because you never know when you're going to get fired.
Well, I've never been fired, but you don't know how long you're going to be there. And then, say, for example, you'll be stuck there for however long.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to fucking live in Plumstead.
What's that?
Where is that?
Where is that?
Exactly.
What is that?
It's not even on a fucking tube. It's on
My concern is after we got...
Southeastern Rail.
Oh.
Yeah.
National Rail.
Yeah.
That's a red flag.
Big red flag.
That's
like,
a red flag. That's why I did it with
also as well, like National Rail.
Love
travel wise, you're gonna be paying again. Like
it varies on the day because how am I going?
But peak times.
But how am I going to Sunderland for like 30 quid?
You're not going to Sunderland for 30 quid because LNER is outrageous.
Well, my ticket's bought. I'm going to Sunderland for 30 quid.
Wait till you get to the station and they're like, this is a coach ticket for a bus. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna kill myself.
How on earth are you going to, like, when I go to Newcastle, like 80 quid minimum, and I've got to book 2 months in advance.
Really? Because when I went to Newcastle last year, it was like, 40 round trip?
Unacceptable.
That's vile. Yeah.
Let me live in Newcastle, honestly. I love it.
It's a cute little town. I feel like it's
great.
too small for me.
No.
I think I'm to London.
You can walk anywhere.
That's the problem. You can walk anywhere.
And housing prices. Well, flat prices. Like, I was looking, and, like, literally, you could get, like, a penthouse, fully furnished, like,
for a fraction.
wrap-around balcony for, like, £1,000 a month, and you're like, oh.
Willing to commute to London.
Yeah, fucking would. Probably save all that money in travel.
Yeah.
It's only 3 hours, give or take.
Me, I have to get a train from Sunderland at 6 in the morning the next day.
Lol. Why are you even in Sunderland?
Beyonce.
Jesus Christ.
We got tickets.
As if Beyonce's playing Sunderland. What a legend.
Legit. We were like...
So maybe... she's not playing Newcastle?
No, Sunderland.
Mackham Central.
No, it's because it's the biggest stadium up there.
Fucking
It's like 60,000.
What?
I was like, not even Manchester.
We love you, Sunderland!
Yeah, honestly, I was like, we don't know what Sunderland is, but we're gonna get there.
We got further away from Newcastle, I'll tell you that.
No, it's South Newcastle. It's in the coast between Newcastle and Durham.
Gross.
Yeah.
Ew.
An adventure, but you know what? Anything for you, Beyonce!
Yeah, I can't imagine Beyonce going, here's to you, Sunderland!
But I bet you 95% of that audience is going to be from outside of London.
Oh my god, 10,000%. One of my friends is seeing her in Denmark.
Yeah.
Denmark? Like, he, like, literally was like, yeah, I'll fucking travel, I don't care.
But that's the thing, like, we were in the queue.
I'd rather see her in Denmark, to be fair.
Yeah, but we were in the queue for London. It was like 500,000 people in front of us for all 4 days. I was like, nah. So we, like, bought the next closest one. It was Sunderland.
You could spend that on rent, guys. Hear me out.
No, but I think, because I'm going with my flatmate, I think it's, like, 50p. I think we're seeing Beyonce tickets, hotel, and trains for, like, less than 200 quid.
Not bad.
Not bad.
And
bitches are paying 800.
Where would be your dream place to live, then?
This is
Seeing as we're talking about housing, not Beyonce.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm excited. I don't know. I think... The dream is to have multiple houses in multiple places for multiple reasons. I'd love to have a flat in London because I just love London. Yeah. But then I also like I'd love to have a flat somewhere in the English countryside. I'm kind of sick of London. I'm not gonna lie. I know, you told me this. And
I've done it for 7 years, and I'm kind of like I love the pace of London. I love the convenience of London. But I'm kind of like we've been talking, the prices, the competitiveness, the unfriendliness. I'm kind of sick of it. But I'm saying this, if I did move somewhere else and somebody on public transport spoke to me about my day, like, oh, have a good day, or oh, love, you alright? Wait, who are you? Stranger danger! Stranger danger!
Yeah, honestly, like,
you're so used to a certain way of living, and then you go and like live somewhere
London's
else.
made me a monster.
Me too.
If I don't,
it's made me a fucking bitch.
I realized this when I went back home and a kid fell, and my mom was like, "Oh my god!" and I giggled and like just turned away. I was like, "Not my problem."
Yeah, no.
My mom was like, "You're not gonna help?" I was like, "No." I looked it up and down. And I was like, "Get up."
No, I was went home to visit my parents. Ooh. And then literally I was walking down the road with my dogs, and everybody was like, "Hiya, you're right. Oh look, it's dogs." And I'm like, "Who the fuck are you? Why are you talking to me?"
No, that happens to me.
And I'm literally doing the nice thing, like, "Oh hi, And then I literally get back to speak to my mum, and I'm like, so many people fucking spoke to me on the dog walk. What the fuck?
That happened to me in California. I was like, everyone was saying on a hike, on a morning hike. I was like, hey, good morning. Hi, good morning. I was like,
have a great day.
Why are they talking to me? Don't know.
Do not.
Mind your business.
Do
like,
not tell me
so
what
here.
to do. I will have a good day because I want to have a good day.
Yeah.
Don't fucking tell me
and
what
I think
to do.
That's where I've always, like, not stood out for my family because I'm very reserved. And my whole family just wants to know your business. They want to know everything. And they want to, like, and then being here, and I'm like, I don't have to tell anyone anything.
Anyone anything. But, like, I think, like, that's that switch, isn't it? Like, living in London, like, I think we've spoke about this before on the podcast, but, like, living in London, you could have millions of friends around you and still feel so alone.
Which is why it's called Never Together.
Which is why we call Never Together. But I just don't understand,
like, how can a place
why
so
that
full of
is
people
be so
be
lonely.
so lonely? And
Like,
think...
we have friends here. Like, we have friends here. And, you know, we can call, text them,
we
talk,
talk all the time.
I still have bouts of real, I'm so alone.
Sad. I'm so alone. And it's...
But, like, I just don't understand
it's this madness.
why that is. Like,
I don't know.
Like, what is it about particularly living in London where you feel so disconnected from everyone, despite being close with people, despite having friends, despite all that?
I think it's because we're so, like...
Poor.
We're so...
Come out for brunch. I can't afford it because, you know, I've got to pay rent. Sorry.
I've got to pay my £10,000 deposit. Sorry. No, I think it's because, like you said, if we're working 8 hours a day and then commuting for 2.5 every day, by the time I actually get home, I'm fucking dead.
So you're saying it's more to do with sort of the lifestyle
I think
rather
it's the
than
lifestyle.
the money?
I think the money plays a massive part because I personally have no issue with, like, let's just get some titties and sit on my couch and talk.
Yeah.
But I know some people who it's like, I don't want to see my friends unless I'm getting hammered.
Yeah, true.
And I've spent £100 on alcohol.
Like,
and then
oh my
do
God.
But we do it because the rest of our friends, and you know, it's a scheduled thing. And it's a scheduled event, and we know it's going to happen every couple of months. And we look forward to it, and we, like...
Yeah,
sort of,
because, like, we're the only two that live in London.
yeah, but, like, there's people who don't see their friends unless they're going out every fucking weekend.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have no issue in spending, you know, walking around the park.
Yeah, exactly.
Spend £3 of coffee and have some quality time with my friends.
I think particularly living in London, that's what you have to do. You have to actually be like, no... Because, like, drinks in London are so fucking expensive. Like, genuinely, it is the difference between paying your rent or not, sometimes. Or doing a food shop or not. Like, when we were at uni, like, living in London, it would be, oh, do you want to go out? Yeah, I'll go out. And then you'd get home and be like, fuck.
Or we'd, like, get fucking drunk on £3 of rosé that triggered everyone's, like, heartburn. And, like, we'd have
damage.
Yeah, and we'd have, like, a Coke.
Yeah.
And then we'd spend the money on the Uber back.
Yeah, you'd spend, like, your rent money or your fucking, like, and then, like, all your food money on the Uber back, and then you're like, fuck.
Now I have, like...
Bread for the week, pasta.
And I think that's something that I found with my sister, because she always saw the posting and, like, the happy pictures on Instagram, and, like, she didn't see the mental breakdown of, like, I've been living on butter bread for the last 3 years.
But, like, literally, that's what it is, isn't it? People ask me all the time, like, oh, you live in London, that's so cool. Like, oh, city folk, like, that's so cool. And it's like, actually, no. Like, to live in a nice flat, you actually, like, I'm already having that conversation with my partner, like, if I earned the money that I earned and lived somewhere else, I'd be a fucking millionaire. But, like, the fact that I earn the money I earn and live in London, I'm already talking to him and being like, like, we've got to be quite careful.
Yeah, but I think at the same time, we've been in London long enough to know where to get our stuff.
But it's just fucking soul destroying, like I told you.
Oh my God, yeah,
we both work so hard, and we both actually earn a fair wage, you know, for our ages, for our job titles and stuff like that. But actually, like I was talking to him about this before when we were, like, flat hunting. Like I said, we earn a fair whack for our ages, for our job titles, you know, we actually are successful. But I think doing something like house hunting magnifies or makes you feel super unsuccessful. Because, as well, the flat viewings, like, to be fair, they've actually got a bit fairer, where now they won't call you up and say, oh, I'm really sorry, the flat's gone. Like, as you're on the way to the viewing. They'll let everybody view it first. So they'll open up that flat for one day. Everybody who wants to view it, you view it, you know. And they'll only have a certain number of slots, so you've got to get in there, like, quick. So as soon as the ad comes up, you've got to call up, because, like, one of the estate agents was telling me that, like, one of the flats, he had over 1,000 inquiries over, and he's like, I've got 10 viewings. That's literally, in terms of my capacity, and the current tenants as well, you've got to be respectful to them. He's like, 10 viewings, and 5, like, split it over 2 days kind of thing. And then, like, literally, when you arrive, you either view the place with all the other people that are wanting to view it, like an open house, everybody traipses,
or you get 30 seconds,
traipses around your house, or you get like, there's a queue out the door, you go in, get the fuck out, ask any questions, and then the next couple's in. Everybody's sizing each other up. You're like, oh, they look older, they've probably got more money than me, or like, ooh, like, they look quite young, we might stand a better chance than them.
Like, what are they doing that we're not? So
yeah, exactly. Like, do you think that they'll put more in than us? Like, it's such a fucking cattle call, and it literally just, like, you just feel like you're a failure because you've seen Jonty and Minty over there who look really rich, and they'll put a big offer in that we can't even compete with, and it's just like, what the fuck?
Because even, like, I'm not competing with myself. Like, I'll put
I'll
put my money for rent after payday, and I'm like, well, that's it. That's the most fun I'm having. Like,
yeah, literally, like,
I can afford one dinner.
Like, literally, and it's just like, it's so awful. Like, I think I remember, like, so we had a lot of, like, knockbacks, rejections. Oh, I'm really sorry it's gone. I'm really sorry, like, this flat's gone. So. And I just remember crying to it, like, we'd been looking for a while, and I just remember crying to it and being like, I feel like such a fucking failure because I don't earn 50, 60 grand and can bid 3 times over the asking price. Like, it's just fucking ridiculous. And we'd call up sometimes. Like, I remember there was, like, a flat that had just gone up. Like, we got the email, we were both working, and then we came to it an hour later, called up, and he was like, oh, I'm really sorry, like, all of the viewings have been taken. He went, like, I think he called up, and he went, the ad's been up for an hour. We all had email alerts on, so he obviously saw it quite early. He was like, it's only been up for an hour. He was like, yeah, the viewings were gone in 10 minutes. And this isn't even a competitive time of year to move. No. Wait till you get to July, August, September. Like, just don't. I literally said to him, I said, let's keep looking and see if we find somewhere, but the minute it hits July, I'm not doing it. I'm not. Let's just pause, literally. Yeah. Let's have a break, because we won't. We just won't.
No.
Because, again, families, new graduates, like, just not possible. Like, there was another place that we viewed and we didn't get, but the person who won it worked for Google. No. And he was willing to pay...
The northern accent just came out. It works for Google.
And he was willing to pay... And he was... This is the baffling thing. He was, like, renting it on his own. Yeah. And his bid was what? So I think the asking price was 1,450, and he bid 1,650 on his own. But
which makes me wonder. The hot neighbour right here.
Yeah, what's he?
I wonder what he does, because he lives by himself, has a sofa, has a dog. I was like, this man's settled.
Like, what?
And is single. Like, what do you do for work, man?
Google. I bet. But, like, to a landlord, if you look at that, they see on paper, oh, Google, he earns 60, 70k. He's not a liability because he's not going to break up with anybody. He earns really good money. Oh, and he's bid 3 times the asking price. Perfect.
Yeah. It's like, God, I'm applying for a flat, not a job, please.
Right?
Why do you need to know? What is it any of your business?
Literally. Also, as well, the flat wasn't worth that. So
why
are you bidding? Yes. Why are you bidding 2 times the asking price? It's not worth it.
It's ridiculous. I hate it here. It's weird how I hate it, but yet I have so much love for London, and I'm not leaving anywhere. I'm not leaving anytime soon.
Literally. But no, I won't leave anytime soon because my life is here.
Legit, like, I have packed up everything in Miami. I have everything that I ever owned here in London. Yeah, like, literally. I think the next time I move, it's probably going to be with my partner.
Yeah.
Which I don't have.
Which, unless the hot neighbour does that stupid...
Honestly.
Unless the hot neighbour does that stupid Taylor Swift thing where he puts a piece of paper up to the window.
Like, we go on a date in the park on Sunday with his dog, and, like, suddenly we're all married, and how weird would that be? We move in together, and I see my old flat from the new one.
But she says she can see him. Every time I've seen him is just a shadowy figure.
That's because you see him in the afternoon.
A ghost. A ghost.
Anyway.
A ghost.
Yeah. I think, oh god, it's so discouraging, and it's horrible, and I hope it does, like, I have hope for the world. Maybe it's delusion, but it's gonna, like, stop, and it's gonna, like, backtrack.
It's never gonna stop, because there's so many things at play here.
Yeah.
The housing market's shit. The rental market's shit. It's so competitive, so people are overbidding, which pushes the prices up. Because landlords who are a different... Landlords are a different fucking breed. Like,
so wild.
Like, so it pushes all the prices up, because landlords are like, oh, I'll put it out 3 times, and somebody's gonna bid, because landlords can charge what they fucking want. Yeah. They can get a flat valued and advertise it as whatever they want.
Yeah, they'll change a door hinge and be like, oh,
it's 1,750, please.
Yeah.
Literally, like, they can charge what they like. It doesn't matter what it's valued. So it could actually be, like, worth 1,300 a month, and they're like, 1,600, please, thank you. And then people will overbid that, so it just pushes everything up. And obviously all those empty flats that are used as bargaining chips for rich Arab sheikhs and
Mom, I hate it.
And Chinese fintech businessmen, like, literally, again, that just pushes everything up, and then normal people can't afford to live.
It's disgusting. I hate it.
Just, even, like, I've actually just got a shiver because I said the word landlord. Like, yeah. I've had some lovely ones, I've had some outrageous ones.
Yeah.
I remember cleaning one of my flats, top to bottom. I'm a clean freak, like, I like to clean. I took photographs of the flat at the end to be like, I know what you're gonna do, you sneaky bastard. Because I just had the vibe. Like, he was just a sneaky bastard, like, from the start. And then he said, oh, there's like stuff all over the floor, like, it's all sticky. So he tried to charge me £187 for a cleaner. I said, are you flying this cleaner over from fucking Colombia? Oh, sorry.
Bitch.
Sorry. First thing that came to my mind. I said, where are you getting this cleaner from? Like, is it an exterminator? Is that what the cleaner is? Like, what the fuck?
Legit.
Like, are you
is it
serious?
Ghostbusters?
And then, fuck. And then I sent him pictures of the floor and went, I think you'll find that the floor is spotless. Floor. And with landlords as well, you've just got to fucking wangle it. Like, I said to him, so I turned around and I said to him, if you really want to be nitpicky, because I was done with him by this point, I was so done, and I was never going to see him again, so I didn't care how bitchy I was. And also as well, I was like, you're trying to take advantage of me because I'm a young woman, and I'm not having it. Like, I've lived here for 5-6 years, however, like, I'm a veteran. This is not my first rodeo, this is not my first time laying down a towel, big boy. So I said to him, I said, if you actually want to get technical, deposits are supposed to be paid back within 10 days of, like, leaving the property.
Yeah.
I said, it's actually been 14. So I said, if you don't give me money, if you hadn't raised these issues so late, they could have been dealt with, but because you've held on to my deposit for 4 days over the fact that you should have, I probably will take it up with the tenancy deposit scheme. I'll probably raise a claim within the hour. That money was back in my account.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to play them.
You just have to be.
You've got to know your rights, and you've got to play them at their own game. Yeah. Because, like.
And stand up for yourself, honestly.
Oh my god, if something isn't right, it's not fucking right.
What advice would you give your 18-year-old self moving to London?
Oh my god. Ooh.
In relation to housing.
Yeah, obviously, that's for. That other shit's for another day.
That other stuff.
Okay. There's quite a few, so buckle up,
ladies.
Buckle up, buckaroo. Ask every single fucking question you can.
Yeah.
How old is the property? How long did the tenants live there for? What's the energy rating? What's the council tax? Yeah. Take photos. The day you move in, take photos of everything. I don't care how innocuous. Light switches, meter readings, fucking
Make a folder, print it out, like
any
anything.
little stuff you can, because they will use it against you.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Yeah.
Know your rights as well. Like, know your fucking rights. Like, your deposit has to be held in a tenancy deposit scheme. They have to provide proof of that. You need a fucking contract, and you need to have it signed.
Yes.
Literally, like...
Before you move in.
You need to read that contract back to fucking front.
Inside out, with a lawyer.
Get a parent to read it. Get anybody to read it that you trust. Because, trust me, you will find
And don't be afraid
something.
To negotiate the contract.
Oh my God,
please.
Yeah. You are paying to live there.
Yeah.
Like, I remember seeing on a contract that we were responsible for the guttering.
Fuck
I went,
no.
Am I fuck?
Do I
look
like Bob the Builder to you?
No. Literally.
No.
Guarantors have to be UK based.
Yes.
There is a website.
I learned that the hard way.
There is a website if you are overseas where you can find a guarantor.
And I didn't know that.
Provide your paperwork, and like a UK person who is really kind will guarantor you.
That's so nice. I might do that.
Literally, like I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called like Guarantor UK or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're
I learned the hard way.
I
had to get my best friend's brother in Morocco to be my guarantor.
Literally, as
like,
well.
What is that?
Or if you're an overseas student, you can't get a guarantor. It's probably 6 months up front.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Again, who has the money for that?
I think overseas, from what I've learnt, try, if you can afford it, come and see all the flats. Like, come for 3 days.
Yeah, literally.
Sounds dramatic, but come to see flats for 3 days.
Because they will try it. They will try it.
But literally, don't see flats on FaceTime.
No.
Don't. Whether it's in London, your mum's house, just
it's like seeing a photo of the Kardashians on Instagram. It's not fucking real.
It's not real. The dimensions are all messed up. You don't know if it's the actual flat. You don't know the area either.
You don't know if he's...
That's something else, because like you could be moving into like a specific flat, but you don't know the area.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar with the area, you don't know where I'm going to.
Could be stabby.
Could be stabby.
Could not be near a tube station.
Could not be in the place they're saying.
Could be in fucking Essex. You don't know.
Yeah.
So literally, like, you're living there, you're paying to live there, you have the right to live in that as it's your home. So do not take any shit from landlords, because like I said, they will fucking try anything
with you.
Most of them, it's a business to them.
Yeah.
Like, this is their job. They're a landlord, which to me makes my skin fucking crawl.
Yeah.
And like,
they don't believe, like, they're not humans. They treat you as a business, and they don't care that your mom's died. They don't care about anything.
No.
But get the
fucking money. You have just as much rights as they do, and you need to like fight for that. Like, take no shit. Shit. Like, and if ever your landlord comes to collect your rent in cash weekly, run away.
Call HMRC.
Call HMRC, like my mum. Yeah. Run the fuck away, I swear to God. If something seems dodgy, it almost definitely
There'll be another flat.
Don't be desperate. Yeah, do not be desperate.
There will always be another flat, because the market is so
Stay in an Airbnb for a week while you look. Do not settle for something that doesn't feel right, because it'll only just get worse and worse. And then he'll end up stealing your pants.
I was literally just about to say that. That'll make your pussy throb. Anyway.
On that fucking note, citizens' advice, if ever you're worried. And come to this podcast, leave a comment. Like, come on.
Please.
We've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. Leave us a comment.
Yeah, legit. We're about to get stickers soon.
Stickers. We're going to get stickers.
You're going to get stickers all over London.
All over London about our pussy podcast.
Our love affair.
Our secret love affair, yeah, literally. Oh my God.
Well... Oh God, love Hannah Montana in the background.
Do not let your flatmates steal your fucking milk. That shit is expensive.
Yes, please.
Okay, we really are done now. We are really fucking done now, because that's our flatmates is a whole nother fucking kettle of fish. We're gonna have a whole podcast. This could be the next episode. This could be a part 2. The Reckoning.
The Reckoning flatmates. We have horror stories of that one as well.
This is like Fast and Furious 10. The Reckoning.
Fun fact. The Fast and Furious movies have never had the same name.
No, I knew that.
The 10 movies... Okay, because people are surprised. They think it's like Fast and Furious 1, 2, 3, and then they all have different names.
No, the only good one was Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. All the others were fucking dog shit. Yeah. Why does Vin Diesel keep doing it? I don't know.
You know what? If I could have one job for the rest of my life and still make money after I die, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'll do it. I'll drive pretty cars.
Like the Paul Walker Foundation, raking it in.
Yeah.
And like this, I was saying that this new Fast and Furious 10, Jesus fucking Christ, trailer has Daddy Yankee's Gasolina, and it's ruined it for me.
And that's because you're not Hispanic.
I don't think that's relevant. Anyway, don't let your flatmates steal your oat milk, and take no shit from landlords. We love you, and we will see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.